At least seeds were planted. This is something I have said many times, and I'm sure many of you have said the same thing. But should we be relying on this mentality when we're sharing the gospel? I don't think so. So let's examine why I'm saying this, and let's get started. Hey, my name is Steve and welcome to our channel, where our aim is to help you grow in your knowledge, know-how, and involvement in global missions. I get it. When people say at least seeds were planted, I know what they're saying. I know their motivation and I know they're sincere. But what does the Bible say about this? And what do we need to be looking out for so we don't get wrapped up in this idea that isn't necessarily 100% biblical? In Matthew chapter 13, we find the parable of the farmer sowing seeds. And while the seeds that he's scattering are all the same, the places where they land are not. But we don't necessarily have control over that when we share the gospel. And in fact, that's a different story for another day. So, let's get back to the seeds. In Matthew chapter 13, we find the farmer who is throwing the seeds out, landing on the path. And as it lands on the path, the birds come swooping in, grabbing the seeds and taking them away. So in reality, the seeds that the farmers threw out, or in this case, the gospel that's being shared, is actually being snatched up by the devil and taken away. And therefore, the seeds no longer exist. The second seed the farmer scattered landed on rocky soil. Now, those seeds did sprout. They did grow something. But because they had no root, and when the heat increased, the plants that sprouted up decreased. And therefore, they died. The third kind of seed scattered fell among thorns. And so when the plants grew, the thorns and the weeds grew with it, choking the good plant, therefore making the good plant useless and unfruitful. The fourth seed scattered is what we want. It's what we hope for. It is what we dream of because it lands in good soil, and therefore the seeds are able to sprout. And as it grows into something beautiful, it becomes fruitful and it multiplies. As you know, this parable is about sharing the gospel, and the farmer represents you and me. But regardless of how diligent we are at scattering the seeds, planting the gospel, sowing the seeds into the ground, the truth is, based on Matthew chapter 13, not every seed sticks. But with that said, that is neither your fault nor my fault, because our role as believers, as followers of Jesus, is to plant, scatter, sow seeds as much as possible, everywhere possible, every moment possible. Because it's right there in Matthew chapter 13. Some remained and some were taken away. Now, if you found this video helpful, I encourage you to like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next time.